Thanks for staying with us. So success, we say, has many relatives. As the saying goes, recently, different stories went viral about a Nigerian who's doing great things in the diaspora. A lot of these stories have generated quite a number of reactions stemming from how the political elite had been claiming that these sets of people are Nigerians. We just celebrate them together. But a lot of people are saying that perhaps if these people were in Nigeria, would they have attained this level of success? Our focus today is Dr. Onyema Ogbuagu, a Yale professor who helped develop Covid-19 vaccine. You can join the conversation at 070-241-63440. Also tweet us at TVC Connect. Use hashtag GOTV so we can read your tweet. So Dr. Onyema actually went to University of Calabar. You know, it wasn't as though he was born and raised in the US as would have liked to assume. But this is he was homegrown, and he left to Yale. And it was being a professor at Yale that this discovery was found. And people, of course, Nigerians now we're all Nigerians. You know, there's no tribal divide at this moment. Everybody says, oh, he's a Nigerian. But the truth is that, let us bring the conversation home. If this man was in this country, would Nigeria have supported him enough to even have any kind of semblance of achievement?
You see, where I want to direct it to, as you have said, is what about the hundreds of thousands of Nigerians that are still here, that are brilliant but are not finding a way? You know, because when this Corona thing started, remember when we were just shouting, give Nigerians a chance. Let's use our local herbs. Let us do this, let us do that. It seemed to fall on deaf ears, except for that the head of NAFDAC, who that lady is very interested in developing an African Nigerian ways of treatment. You know, this is a person who he would have been stifled had he been here. But I don't want to disregard our teachers who, if they hadn't given him that strong foundation.
Thank you for it. You took me to exactly where I wanted us to start with, because people are celebrating him. He went to Yale, but Yale would not accept somebody who doesn't know his work. Yale would not accept an average or a lower average or even a regular A student. Yale will accept somebody who is top class. So he had a foundation here in Nigeria, not in your OAU or the University of the business I'm trying to define here. University of Calabar, it's not a bad university, but the truth is that we have this description of, oh, it has to be this university. He went to University of Calabar, and it was from the foundation that he got, that he now went on to Yale. So that it just reminds us of the strength in ability that we have in this country.
This is how I see it. So imagine if he became an associate professor of infectious diseases here
in Nigeria
and developed this vaccine here in Nigeria.
Nobody will listen to him.
Would Nigeria, allow him prove himself? We are not saying it has not gone through clinicals. He tested. Would they even create the room for the research to grow? It's not possible here. So I must commend him for finding a way to fulfill his dreams outside here. Many professors who graduated 2003 in Calabar are still carrying their doctorates around, not even close to getting promotion to associate professorship in Nigeria. ASU is still on strike on many of these issues, and federal government does not know. In fact, they seem dumb about how to go about restructuring our universities to have that prestige that they used to have in those days. So the reality is that with the present ASU strike here, that question, when you ask it, with the present strike we are doing now, the one is only one answer. That dream cannot fulfill here. Most of the professors, most of the doctoral degree holders in our Nigerian universities get their PhDs abroad.
Yeah, and interesting because when COVID started, as Waike had reminded us, America especially was looking at the universities for research. They were looking, in fact, they were depending on the research work the university had done for years to tell us they were hoping that they would get the vaccine. And of course, it was university that produced this man. So the point is that how have we funded our universities in Nigeria so far? What research facilities do we have in place to groom? And even if we have brilliant minds in Nigeria, what support are we giving to them? So
I usually see it on the show that problems are local and solutions are also local. COVID-19 has come to prove that our genetics and theirs are different, and the way we react to these infections are different. But if we support our own local medicine, first of all, solve our own problem. Many people will now come and borrow some things from us, but we don't do that. We don't do funding here. Most of the fundings for research abroad, they have tables, they have foundations where you can easily access funding and continue to do your research, and you'll be fine. It will not seem like you don't have a job. Or
let's not assume you use local Nigerian herbs to get this vaccine.
No, I'm not saying that.
We didn't.
Funding, but I'm saying we here can also do the same.
But that doesn't mean that our local herbs cannot produce.
Right.
Because what you're saying, it is research. Yes. These universities are not funded. ASU has been on strike for almost a year. And how will they have their researches funded when they are not, even basic salary they can't get?
Let me take Hassan. Hassan, are you there? Thanks for calling.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Nima, and good morning, Waiki.
Good morning.
Look, you see, this issue, one thing came to the fore about this general saying that technology is not a monopoly of the West.
Yes.
It's a knowledge taught to a man by God. And man can reach for this knowledge if they break away from the shackles of imperialism. What is very clear here, I congratulate our doctor that went further. But the foundation was provided in Nigeria by the University of Calabar. First, congratulations to the University of Calabar, then to the University of Yale that gave him that conducive environment to prosper, which is very, very rare in our environment here. Let us be very, very proud with ourselves.
Yeah.
But one thing here, I would like all of us to endeavor is this. We should concentrate on the self-development. This issue, anybody can do it. Anybody can.
Yeah, right.
It's not a matter of we must get there, no. Even our own local doctors here, they should begin to think of how to make a headway about their different professions. Not only in medicine, in engineering all over the place. We can see in Nigeria where we have many engineers, but look at the building collapse all over the place.
Right.
It's a challenge to them.
Right.
It's a shame to them.
Thank you very much, Hassan. Thank you very much. You see, now I also want to bring up the fact that he's an Igbo man. You see, that's an important. I know we don't like to play the tribal card, but he says the perception that when an Igbo man travels abroad, they do fraud, they're into 419, or they talk about businesses, they talk about the entire community, or that there's an erroneous perception that we have allowed to fester for many years. But this is, yes, he's a Nigerian first, but he's also an Igbo man. Now, he's a successful Igbo man that is educated and has, and obviously has
It's obviously not a Nigerian prince, like everyone would say.
Well,
yes, he's not an Invictus.
Yes.
So, yes.
So it's important that we also remind ourselves, because it's easy for us to sweep the Igbo part of it under the carpet and say, oh, he's a Nigerian. But the truth is that this is a man who also is not just a Nigerian, but also an Igbo man.
For every one Nigerian you find in crime abroad, you find thousands doing amazing things that you don't hear anything about. Yeah. Which is why we started the Friday, a hero of the week, celebrating our own brothers everywhere in the world. So yes, that factor is there. And it's easy to always generalize that every Nigerian is into this, such that somebody will make an aspersion to that on a live show, someone that popular like as Trevor.
So we need to...
But then, the truth is, for me, the problem for me is how serious do we make what are our priorities as government? Because you see every single lecturer, young Nigerians struggling every day to want to do things that the world will know us for. It is the Nigerian that is the highest, the best coding and robotic engineer in the world, a young Nigerian. But you see them struggling on their own to do this. Our government's focus is always on re-election, election, spending money for one region. Our problems we've worsened.
All right, we have to wrap up on this.
Okay, we have to wrap up. I just wanted to say, I just want to use this one to say that we should always try to maintain our integrity as Nigerians. No, because I remember universities in my time, they were the best. They came from all over the world to seek students from our universities because the universities were so good. That is how brain drain started in Nigeria, because they were taking our doctors, taking our lawyers, taking they were taking them away from here.
Yes.
And today now they are excelling. And they even still take them. Because in Nigeria, because he has so much stress that he's trying to succeed, he pays more attention because he must succeed.
Yes.
So please,
so let's
maintain that integrity.
Absolutely, why we celebrate. We have tweets. Let's quickly take a few tweets.
Andrew says the unfortunate thing about the Nigerian who helped find the Covid-19 vaccine is that his company will sell the vaccine to Nigeria. The Oxford University vaccine is free of charge. The truth is they will sell, and we have lost that revenue. Abdul Salam says, had it been that Dr. Onyema is in Nigeria, his potentials will have withered away, and maybe searching for a job now.
We have to run, but I think, like Hassan said, there are professors in Nigeria today who are just as brilliant.
Brilliant, yes.
Just as brilliant, or even more brilliant than Dr. Onyema, but they need support. Research institutes need to be funded. So we remind us again what ASU is. Yes, ASU, we know there's a salary part of it, but there's also the revitalization part of it.
ASU has issues.
There's also a part of the revitalization that needs to be addressed. And we only hope that Nigerian government
should put their eye down. Put their eye down. Instead of borrowing money up and down, looking, develop, create our own.
There's no money.
They are borrowing up and down. I said create.
Borrowing for what? We are not borrowing to create things.
We have
Nigeria,
to run,
creativity.
Congratulations again. We have to run.
I told you about that cook. I didn't even know this was going to be our subject. You know, because that cook that I saw, if you see the things that he was creating with our Nigerian food, this I was doing.
Before we close the last, we talked about how Nigerian politicians should support the hashtag answers. Money that you are taking, please fund universities and researchers. So
we have to run. Unfortunately, we run out of time. That's all we can take on this segment. When we come back, we move on to other segments. Stay with us. We'll be right back.